Welcome back to another episode of Coach's Call NFL Pick'em. I got Donnie here with me today. We're missing the mouthpiece today. He is busy. He is on a night out with the wife. He actually did finally call me back, Donnie. But
Cool.
he's busy. But he's not all that keen on the NFL anyway. Plus, I think I know what his bet is gonna be, I think. But we're not gonna pick for him. We'll do our own picks. We'll talk about some fun prop bets, fun side bets, and some other things. And this one probably won't take too long.
I
So,
mean, you got to start off with the prop bet of the night. It's the first bet.
which
Heads or tails?
heads or tails? I'm on tails.
I'm on heads.
What?
Always heads.
Why are you always opposite of me? I don't like it.
I mean, do you want head or you want some tail?
Why can't you have both? Tails never fails. All right. So this line on this game has not jumped around a whole lot.
No.
Um, it's
Mm-mm.
it opened at like I think what was it, two or three?
Two.
It opened at two. It came down a little bit. It almost went to a pick 'em, but it's kind of just stayed at about a point and a half. They think this is going to be a really good close game, which for being a fan of football, that sounds like tomorrow's going to be a blast.
It should be a really good game. I think it'll be a very high scoring game. Both teams are definitely, top of the league in scoring. Philly's defense has been playing a little bit better than Kansas City, but Kansas City had a great game against the Bengals. So I think we'll see tomorrow afternoon. This line might climb back up over two. It may even get up as high as 2.5. I think some people are waiting until the last minute to hammer it. So we'll see.
Okay. Um, so let's start. I don't. So like when spreads are like this close, it's kind of pointless to talk about what side you're on. You might as well just say which money line are you taking.
Exactly.
So like I mean, I'm not gonna play a point and a half. I'm just gonna play the money line. Either way. Um, the Eagles have been favorited since since the time this match was set. And they're probably gonna stay favorited up until tomorrow.
Sure.
If you want, and like Donnie said, if you want the Chiefs, you might as well just wait till like right before kickoff because you'll probably get them at a better price. You'll probably get them at like plus 120, plus 115, maybe.
Yep.
Um, but they won't go until live betting starts. They won't go to be favorite at all. So
Yeah. I mean, they're not going to be a favorite unless they get the ball first, and then it may get up there. But even then, they'd have to score a touchdown on the opening drive for them to be favored. So yeah, I think you're good with waiting until the last minute, and maybe you get it. Maybe Philadelphia gets the ball force and they start driving. Then you could easily pick it up at probably 160 or 170,
yeah,
and just hope for a field goal or something. So, yep.
yeah, yeah. You probably get them at like 3.5. I'd feel comfortable playing Kansas City. Like I mean, if you're on the Eagles to start and you think it's going to be a close game, getting Chiefs at 3.5 for like a middle, it wouldn't hurt. Um,
Sure.
so all right, what side are you on?
I'm on the Eagles. I've been on the Eagles since the line came out, and I thought it would be a little bit higher. Actually, I thought it would come out at like 3.5 or 4. But I think defensive wise, they are just a little more solid. And I think as great as Mahomes is, and I mean he is probably the best up there right now. I think Hurts proves a little harder for a defense to cover just because he runs the ball so much better. And he's got the deep threats that Mahomes doesn't. I mean, AJ Brown is by far one of the best up there. Kelsey's a better Kelsey's the best receiver they've got. I mean, Marquise is good, and they've got some other guys, but most of the stuff that Mahomes has been throwing this year is Kelsey down the middle, Kelsey here, Kelsey there, and they don't have anybody on that outside that can go one on one, go up and get the ball every time deep. They've got Marquez, like I said, Marquez can go one on one, but it's more on those sideline routes. He doesn't have that breakaway speed like AJ Brown does. So I think the deep threats plus Jalen gives them a better chance to win than Mahomes' trickery and Kelsey's just sure-handedness.
Before I give you mine, over or under?
I'm also on the over. This game has been trending over. It's already up a point and a half, 2 points. It has not ever come down. It's going to be, I think it could easily be a 30-27 game or a 36, 33 game. I mean, it could easily be a 60 point, 70 point game easy.
So when you get two prolific offenses on the field at the same time, the first thought is over. But for me, I'm
Mm-hmm.
one of those people I like to fade it, and I'm like, I think it's one of those games where you get hooked. Like it almost gets there, but then it just doesn't go over. But the more I've looked at it, I think this game goes over too. Because
Yeah.
when you really, because the Chiefs defense, they played good last week, but they're susceptible to the big plays. And then uh honestly, the Eagles defense, sure, they're one of the best in the league, but we'll get into that in a minute when I tell you what Acid said, which it made a lot of sense with what Acid. Matter of fact, let me just before I tell you mine, let me just tell you what Acid
He
said
said,
because he couldn't make the show. So this is what Acid said. He's a Chiefs fan for people that don't know. He said, I'm gonna still be working while you guys do the pod, so make sure you let them know that elite defense let Dak put up 40, let A Rod throw into Arby's workers put up 33, Heineke put up 32, Jared Goff put up 35. Also let them know the Eagles ain't got no grit. And he also said, back against the wall, they got no heart. Just rewatch that second Texans game.
yeah, you got to look at it this way. When the Eagles are playing well, which they have been in the last few games, they look like world beaters. But when they're not in the game, it's like you said that they're checked out. The second Texans game, they clearly checked out. I mean, they had no reason to be playing in it. They were already 12 wins in or something at that point. So I do understand what he's saying, but Kansas City has Spagnolia. I don't trust that guy. I hear everybody says he's the big time defensive coordinator, but he can give up some points pretty easily by bad coverages. Um, I think the reason this game goes over specifically is I think one team will jump up on top of another. I think it'll be the Eagles, but some people think it's the Chiefs. I think it's a 14-point spread at some point very early in the game, and you take the game plan, you throw it out the window over there, and you start slinging the ball. And when that happens, the you're going to run the score up. I mean, because then you come out and let's say that it's 14-0 and the Chiefs come back and score pretty quickly and make it 14-7. Well, now Philadelphia is going to be under that. Hey, we scored the last two times down. Let's just same thing. Jalen Hurts here, chip pass there, Miles Sanders up top over the top down the middle and just exploit them. So I think this game turns out. I think it's probably 50 points at halftime. And then from there, it can just blow up. So,
Yeah. So I'm on the Chiefs, um, which shouldn't come as much of a surprise to many people.
no,
I've been on them. I've been on them a lot this year.
sure.
Um, so this is one of those games where I feel as though the Eagles are not battle tested. They they got the Giants with Daniel Jones for the third time,
Mm-hmm.
steamrolled them for the second time this year.
Mm-hmm.
Then you run into a Niners team which was shaping up to probably be a good game until the first drive, and they don't have a quarterback.
Yep.
It just kind of is what it is. And I'm not going to take it away from them. They won the game. They're in the Super Bowl. It is what it is.
Sure.
But it's like I don't know. It's one of those where it's like you're walking into a game and you're playing a team that's been through hell. The Chiefs. I mean, they scrapped it out in both rounds. So
Sure.
I just think that I think when it comes down to the nitty gritty, I think that Andy Reid and the Chiefs get it done for the second time in 3, 4 years, something like that.
Yep.
I also I
I think
also
it'll be
like
a.
I also like the over now. I didn't, but I do now.
I think Andy is a great coach. I just don't think they have the weapons that the Eagles has on the outsides and
That is
over the
true.
top. And that's the part that if you go back and look at Super Bowl games, I mean, the best plays have been those over the top plays, where a guy goes out and does his best performance ever, and he catches that 40-yard pass and goes up above a defender or two defenders and grabs it. And I don't think that you've got that player. I think Kelsey's the closest thing you've got, but he's just going to be down the middle gashing 15, 20 and trying to make it 50, so they're obviously the Eagles want to take that out. They want to make sure Kelsey is shut down, but you don't have that. If you shut down somebody like AJ Brown, you put two people on him, you're opening up that ability for Hurts to run. And right now, Hurts is just running a lot better than Mahomes is. And, I don't think Mahomes' ankle is that big of a concern
No,
anymore.
no.
But all it takes is one little twinge and,
That
it's in his
so
mind
yeah.
again.
So yeah, I was gonna say like I think for the first half we'll see Mahomes be fine. I can see toward the third quarter, middle of the third, end of the third, he starts to limp a little bit. But overall, I think he'll be fine. I don't think it's that
Yeah,
big of a deal.
I don't think it should be a concern at all. But again, playing through injuries like that, and I've had injuries like that where it's in your back of your head. If you get down a little bit and you try to make some play and you're like, ooh, I felt that, now you're a little, it's just kind of back there.
So it's
Um,
kind of a given if we like given our sides, but you might surprise me. Who you got winning MVP?
Hurts.
Okay,
I think
yeah,
Hurts gets it.
I I got Mahomes, but if Kelsey has a game, I could see Travis getting it too, though. Like
Yeah,
if
I
Kelsey
can see
gets
that.
if Kelsey gets 2, 3 touchdowns, 10 catches, I can see
Yep.
Kelsey getting that as well.
I've got Kelsey scoring a touchdown. I've got Hurts scoring a touchdown. I think both of those are great prop plays. They're not terrible odds. I have Mahomes with over one or more interceptions. I think he throws maybe even two. And I don't think they're necessarily his fault. I think he's just going to be, if he's down, he tends to be a little more risky
Trying to make
and
a
take
play.
some more. Yeah, he's just trying to
Yeah,
make a play, take a chance. And
I can see that.
unfortunately, I think, that happens. So I am kind of betting the game on the Eagles, because I have Hurts as the MVP. So I'm kind of going with what I think will happen in the game.
So what if you had to pick one player prop for the whole game and it was your favorite player prop, what would it be?
It's a tough call between Hurts and Kelsey on a touchdown. I think the EV on Hurts scoring, and then this isn't throwing, this is him scoring. I
Yeah.
think the EV is just so high. I
What
mean,
yeah.
it because Kelsey's, what is he, minus 130 to
Yeah,
score?
I'm actually trying to pull it up right now. I wanted to look at it
Yeah,
because
I don't have my computer with me, so I'm on cell phone.
one of
Can
my
you get it?
yeah, so one of my favorite bets for this. So for me, I got uh
Anytime touchdown, Kelsey, what is he, minus?
let's see. Touchdowns. All right, so Kelsey is minus 150 on my
Minus
book.
150. Yep. What
Yeah.
is Hurts?
Jalen is minus 130. I like that number better.
Yeah. The EV is just better. So I had him backward. I thought it was 130, 110, but yeah, it's 150, 130. Um, that's just a better EV than Kelsey. But I still think Kelsey scores. And the one that I really looked at was not Miles Sanders. Who's the other running back for Philadelphia?
Boston
Uh,
Scott.
Scott. What is he? He's like plus.
So Boston Scott is he is not listed on my book, unfortunately. They got Kenneth Gainwell. They have
Let's see if I
Miles
can pull it
Sanders,
up.
of course. So my favorite prop bet of the day, if I had to just pick one, is Travis Kelsey over 7.5 catches.
I like
Um,
that.
it's minus 124 on my book. I love it. Um, if you want to get risky, and especially if you like the over, I think parlaying Jalen and Mahomes over touchdowns is a good play. Throwing. Jalen is a little risky, so it's like I almost want to parlay it down to over 0.5. So like you just take one,
Hmm.
let him throw one, because sometimes like the Eagles that get down the red zone, they just start running the football. That's just what they do best.
Sure.
I can see Mahomes throwing 3 touchdowns in this game though, to
Oh
push it.
yeah,
So, which Mahomes is over 2.5 touchdowns is plus 140. I mean, he could have 3 touchdowns in the first half. So
sure.
I love that. So you
Let's
don't.
see. I'm
So
trying
you
to
don't.
pull up the Boston Scott right now because
Okay.
I remember looking at it and thinking it had a great EV.
I bet it was like plus
Um,
200, 300. Because there's some crazy stat where Boston Scott, like he scores in every playoff game he plays in,
mhm.
something like that.
His rushing yards are over 8.5. That seems like a slam dunk. He's rushed for 21 or more in three straight games. Anytime touchdown, it started at 350. I don't know what it is right now, but plus
Okay.
350. So
So
that's got some great value to it. I mean, it's better than going for a long shot like an offensive lineman to score or something.
I don't know. Chase on our Discord. So like with our book, we can actually tweet our book and they'll add
Hmm.
bets to it. He had a fun one that it's not necessarily out of the question. He had Jason Kelsey scoring a touchdown,
Yeah, yep, yep.
which
And
probably not going to happen, but
there's an anytime lineman to score um,
yeah.
that's like plus 1400 or something.
All right, so Donnie's on the Eagles. I'm on the Chiefs. I did text Rick to see if I could get a quick answer from him. He didn't text me back, but if I had to guess, he would say Eagles, I think. But he did not say that, so it is unknown. So let's talk about one of our fun bets that we did last year. What color is the liquid going to be?
Oof.
The Gatorade. You want the numbers on them?
I think it's going to be green,
So lime green yellow
lime,
is
lime.
plus 105.
Yeah, I think it's it.
So I'm on orange plus 300. I got it right last year. I think I had blue and the Rams it was
Yep.
blue. Um so I'm on orange this year at plus 300.
Which is see that's not a safe bet because you would think that the Chiefs would run fruit punch.
Well, the reason I say orange, I did a quick Google search before getting on the podcast. It was orange the year they won the Super Bowl.
Okay. Okay.
It's kind of it's a educated guess, if you will.
Okay. Fair enough.
Um, red is plus 450. So if you think the Chiefs are going to win and it's red, it's not bad value.
No.
Clear/water is plus 800.
Ooh, ice buckets are pretty big sometimes though.
Yeah. Um, let's see. We got any more fun bets that we want to do? So like there's the Rihanna what song does Rihanna sing first?
Oh God, I don't care about that one. I,
Yeah, I don't really either, but it's on there.
mm-mm.
Over under national anthem.
What's the? Is it three? What is it? 328.
I don't see it, but I know that
I'll go. I'll go over.
I'm
They
going
always tend to
I'm going over
tend to drag
two
it.
because I heard it's a country singer.
Yeah, they tend to drag that.
Yeah. So Donnie, unless you got anything else, I mean, that was about it.
No, I didn't. I mean, I think you know, going back, I want to change my best prop bet to over 8.5 yards. I mean, if it's still 8.5 yards for Scott, that's the easiest thing that I can see. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, holy cow, that guy's averaging like 20 or 30 yards. Like, and he's getting more and more touches because it seems like Sanders has been out with a giddy up or something. I mean, he doesn't have that burst. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think Scott over 8.5 yards is the best prop play. But you know, if you want to try to grab a touchdown, some great value on that as well.
Yeah. I agree actually. So, well,
All
this
right,
is
sir.
yeah, that's gonna wrap this up, guys. like the video, comment, share it. Super Bowl's tomorrow. Hope you eat good. Hope you have a good time watching the game. Donnie, real quick, because I forgot to ask you, how many units you putting on Eagles money line?
Mm. I got
Mm.
7 on it right now. I'm debating adding more, but I do have this. I have 7 on the money line. I have 4 on the over, and I have 2 on a parlay for that. I'm probably not going to add more. I may do like a 5 unit teaser and tease the over in Philadelphia with some points. So
Right now, I still got a unit because of my futures ticket. So
oh yeah,
35 to pay 275 for Kansas City. I have
congrats on
not
that, buddy.
I have not added more yet, but if I add more, it will probably be upwards of 5 or 6 units to Chiefs money line. So,
Fair
um,
enough.
Donnie gave his side, I gave mine. You got the best of both worlds on here. You didn't get two people agreeing, so take with it what you will. And this is the final episode. We might not do another one until draft. So,
We'll do a follow up for the season. We got to
that's true. Yeah, we'll get that
season
together.
recap. Season recap
All
next
right.
week.
So we'll see you guys for the recap. Peace out.
See you.